I give up. Arteta out. Arteta out. I'm done with predicting Arteta. If you're allergic to winning trophies, out. Out. Arteta out. You see, it's just so annoying how we lost to Newcastle today. Tactically, we had nothing tactically that we used to try and win Newcastle. We played bland football that everyone could just train. Even the worst manager could train what we played today. I don't know whether Arteta is just out of ideas, but Arteta out at this moment. I can't bear it anymore. I'm just fuming. Arteta out. Arteta out. Arteta out. Enough is enough. You see, you can't lose. You can't lose like that. And your players, and you just play players who you know that don't have the ability to score goals. Arteta out. I know it is the January transfer, but me, I'm already Arteta out. Arteta can't win a trophy. Arteta cannot win a trophy. No. You can't tell me you have a semi-final to win, and you bring lousy players that are not even allowed to shoot on the pitch. Arteta out. This is enough to show you that Arteta is not capable to win a trophy. No one is going to convince me that Arteta is ready to win a trophy for Arsenal. You cannot tell me that you have a chance for a quarter final, for a semi-final, to go and play in the finals, and you play such football. Arteta out. Enough is enough. You know, when I looked at the team, the way it was organized, I felt like maybe Arteta is serious for once. He placed, when you look at the lineup, he placed Kai Havertz up front. Where did Kai Havertz play today? Could someone tell me where did Kai Havertz play today? You look at a lineup on the pitch, there is trash. You look at Martinelli, and you know all that Martinelli is going to do is going to run, and no one is giving him the ball. You're not allowing him to use the ball the way he's supposed to use it. You only gave him one chance to run with the ball, and you went blank. You were out of ideas. Arteta out for today. Enough is enough. You can't play trash for more than 10 games, getting lousy scores, and people expect you to do something. People are expecting you to do something for the team, and for you just keep on disappointing everyone. How does this work? Just tell me, who was willing to score in that game? No one was willing to score today. No one tried to shoot. And you tell me you tell me that Arteta is ready to win a match for Arsenal, or win a trophy for Arsenal. On the weekend, we drew to Brighton, and I thought maybe he got some lessons, and he could use those lessons today. But he played trash today. No one is going to tell me anything that is going to convince me that Arteta should remain at the club. You had a chance to buy Isak, and Isak is just punishing you, but you don't still want him. There is no mention of buying a striker this January transfer, and you still want people to believe in you. Where did the process go? You made us to believe in the process, and you're killing the process yourself. This is trash. This is not allowed. Arteta out. I know there are a few managers that can train, but where did Liverpool get that manager? If Arteta remains at this club, and we're just losing it, I cannot bear it. You cannot have a semi-final, a chance for the semi-final, and you lose at home to Newcastle. What are you going to do at? What are you going to do at when you're away? 2 goals, and you cannot score a goal with your team. Is it? Have we become? Have we become Saka United or something like that? Because without Saka, we cannot win a game. How? How? Arteta out. Enough is enough. You can't tell me that Arteta is the coach that is going to lead us to win the Premier League, and I accept. Arteta out. Enough is enough. You have players. You have a player like Partey that was trying to push the ball up front, and you removed him just because he had one pass that went wrong. You removed him. One player that could shoot the ball into the box, you removed him. How do you expect me to trust a process that is not working? Okay, we accept that you had issues with Aubameyang and things like that. But where do you get the guts of playing without a striker, without a typical striker for more than 3 seasons? How? Arteta out. There's no one that is going to convince me that Arteta is the manager that is going to lead us to win a trophy. No, you are losing trophies that are on your mouth to eat, and you expect us to believe that you have the audacity to win a trophy whereby you're 9 points behind. How? This is so embarrassing. You have players like Katie seated on the bench. You're playing Lewis Kelly. You're playing Trossard in a number that he cannot play. On the sheet, it was a bit okay. Maybe he could play like a winger, and he would try to play that way. But you put him up front. How do you put someone up front that you cannot give balls to shoot, and you expect him to use his head, and yet he's very short? You brought in Gabriel Jesus. You did the same thing. This is a guy that is short. You have Kai Havertz, one of your tallest forwards. He's playing on the wing. A guy that has been good and has been scoring some goals. You put him on the wing whereby he cannot play Saka's number, and that is evident from today's match. Arteta out. Enough is enough. This guy is just going to this guy is just going to waste our time. You make people believe, and at the end of it all, you disappoint people. How do you get to disappoint people like this, and people are still patient with you? How? Arsenal fans, wake up. Wake up. You cannot tell me that Arteta is the guy that is going to win Arsenal a trophy. A guy that reaches a semi-final and quits. He doesn't have any players. He doesn't have any plans. He cannot buy the right players. What do you want us to say? Your players just play sideways. No one can shoot. No one can shoot. No one has that instinct that he shoots. Or is there anyone that was denied from shooting? The Newcastle players, all they did, they just had to pass the bus, and they know no one is going to shoot. And the goalkeeper was just relaxed. No balls. He was not like patching out balls. And you expect me to believe in a process that has lost its meaning? A headless war. No one. The captain couldn't create chances. You have a Rice that is playing bogus football. What is the use of Rice playing as an 8, yet he cannot create chances? This is a guy that reaches the box and plays sideways. And he's supposed to be an 8. He's supposed to be a creative mid. Man. What is wrong with Arteta? What went wrong with Arteta? Without Saka, does he not think that you can play football without Saka? This guy is so embarrassing. This guy is so annoying. So annoying. You can't tell me your players can't shoot. Your players can run. You have a player that can run, but you cannot use him. You cannot give long balls. You have a player that can play long balls in your team, that is Kivio, but you cannot use him. I don't know. I don't know whether these guys use common sense. Arteta out. Enough is enough. Arteta out. I don't want to see that guy anymore. You cannot have a team that is just bogus, and you call yourself a manager that is managing players without striker. You found a good striker at Arsenal, you just had issues with him. Aubameyang, if Aubameyang was here in these races that we've been going with head-to-head with Man City, we could have had something different. But you chase away Aubameyang and you just bring no striker. Arteta out. Enough is enough. I have had enough from Arteta. Okay, I know it is a thing to groom players, young players. Why are you bringing young players in a semi-final? You bring Lewis Kelly in a semi-final. All the balls were targeting his side. All the balls were targeting his side. I just don't know. You have good players on the bench that can play in a mature game. This is not a competition that this is no longer the other parts of this competition that did not matter. You're bringing a young player. Actually, this young player was a bit like the best player on the pitch because he had the sense and he had the awareness of where the ball was going to be. Not like Rice. Rice did not have even the ball awareness where the ball was going to be. The balls were just falling behind him. I don't know. I know Declan Rice is one of the good players that Arsenal has, but today he played trash. Today's game was trash. I don't believe my eyes. Arteta out. Enough is enough. You cannot play such football and you say that you want us to believe that you can win a trophy. We have the second leg on 5th Feb, but I'm already biased. With Arteta, we cannot win it. We cannot go to the final with Arteta. This bogus football I've just witnessed today. No one shoots. No one is willing to play as a striker. Everyone is playing sideways. Everyone, man, how are we going to win a trophy with such bogus football? How do you concede from a goal kick? How do you concede from a goal kick? How do you concede from a goal kick? Someone tell me, how does a serious team, concede from a corner kick, from a goal kick? Oh my God. I won't blame David Raya. He tried, but today it was all about showing that Arteta what he needs. Isak just showed him what he needs. You cannot convince me that Arteta is the right manager for Arsenal if Arsenal wants to win trophies. Let Arsenal start searching for a new manager till it gets a manager that can at least win a trophy. 5 years, no trophy. The only trophy you got was from a team that you found had prepared to win the trophy. No one is going to convince me that Arteta is going to win any more trophies with Arsenal. No. Arteta out. Enough is enough. I've had enough from Arteta. You cannot have a team that continuously doesn't have creative players, and the only creative player you have is Odegaard. Everyone knows that Odegaard is the only creative player. Everyone marks him. No one is going to create any more chances apart when Odegaard doesn't have the ball. Rice, you play Rice cannot create even a single chance. All he does when he gets the ball, all he looks at is sideways. Get someone on your side, give him the ball. You get a clear chance to shoot, Rice, you just you just shoot the ball sideways. Arteta out. For today, I'm really fed up with Arteta. This type of football we play cannot win a trophy. It is the type of football that cannot win against Newcastle United. And I don't know whether this type of football can even win against Liverpool. You don't have a striker. You're not willing to buy a striker. It is January. We are on the 7th day of January. We're going to the 8th day. You have not showed any interest in any striker. How bogus can this process get? Trust the process. Name me any player on the pitch that tried to score a goal today, apart from Martinelli, who had a clear chance that he failed to score. How do you get... These guys are just not serious. Is there any rule in the Arsenal squad that no one is allowed to shoot? And if there is anyone that is allowed to shoot, name me any one player that shoots. How do you get a ball fall into your legs and all you think of is first put it up front, behind you, and then you cannot... You're two players, you get a ball fall into your legs and no, the goalkeeper is not behind you. You fail to score a goal like that. Who trains these players? Apart from corners, what can you do? What can you do apart from corners? You cannot clearly defend and get a clean sheet. Apart from the whole team defending. Who trains these players? If the training staff is wrong, replace them. But for me, I feel like Arteta is the problem. You cannot find a good striker at the club. Have issues with him, chase him out of the club, and not replace him. You brought the idea of false names. You brought the idea of inverted players. What happened to those ideas? You have Zichenko, you cannot use him. You have Katie that can run with the ball, you cannot use him. What kind of stupidity did you come to display today? Arteta out. No one is going to convince me that there is anything that Arteta is going to do in the next matches apart from lose and just draw. Without Saka, this guy is just lost. You had issues with Ozil, and we were fine with it. You replaced him with Odegaard. That was okay. You had issues with Uber. You didn't replace him. You had issues with Lacazette. You did not replace him. You gave Granit Xhaka away. You replaced him with Declan Rice because you thought Xhaka was playing sideways football. You brought the exact replica and worse for Granit Xhaka. That is Declan Rice. You cannot tell me you can't create any chance. You have players, you have a Martinelli that can run in front of you. Every time you get the ball, you just look sideways, put it backwards. Declan Rice, what did you play today? What did you play today? Anyways, if Arteta you to remain, buy Isak, buy Vlahovic, buy Gokares. Because with your blunt team, I don't think you can win any trophy. You can't win a trophy. Arteta out. For today, I'm just team Arteta out. Enough is enough. Arteta out. We have had enough.